So you've got a pretty crappy client right now, I hear. Somebody you wish you hadn't taken on that you might need to fire. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. We've all had crappy clients. I've had many. In fact, you know what I want you to know is I actually haven't had any in a really long time, and there's a few reasons why. This video, I want to talk to you about how you can avoid getting crappy clients and screening clients better so that you don't have to fire clients in the future. But if one or two do slip through, I want to address that as well, what to do when you get a really crappy, crazy, terrible client. First though, we got a little tough talk here, and that's that if you have a crappy client, you need to take full responsibility for everything that happened. It's not their fault, even if they're crazy and even if they're totally right. You have to take responsibility for the fact that you didn't screen them well enough. Maybe you found some new holes in your business. Maybe you found some new qualities that you're looking for in an ideal client. So every difficult, pain in the ass client is actually revealing to you the holes and the problems with your business. So what I want you to do is thank them, because they're gonna help you to make your business stronger. If you're sick and tired of working with these people though, that's fine. Here's how to avoid taking on another one. The first thing is that I want you to recognize when somebody is not a good fit or isn't ready for your services. So you need to have some actual qualifications and characteristics that you look for in a client. I like the guideline of having 3 must-haves and 3 would-likes, and that any client that you take on has to have all 3 of the must-have qualities and 2 out of 3 of the would-like qualities. This can be a great way to objectively ask yourself if someone's a good fit, so that even if someone seems really pushy or really adamant that they're ready, that you can actually assess whether or not that's true. The second thing I want you to do, and this is probably the best tip that I have, is to screen clients with your gut. Now, for a service that's like a 1-hour session or something quite small, you don't necessarily have to screen clients. You should just be really clear about your expectations and your refund policy on your Work With Me page. But if you are doing a bigger, more involved service, I think you absolutely must do a consultation or a call before you start working with them. At this call, it is just as much their job to figure out if they want to work with you as it is your job to figure out if you want to work with them. I once took on a client who was really adamant about working with me, but as we were talking on the phone, I literally was scribbling on paper next to me, "Why am I so freaked out? Calm down," because I was shaking. This person was triggering me to have an emotional response and a physical response, but I couldn't give you a objective reason why. It is totally up to you to say, you know what, I don't think we're a good fit. And that brings me to number 3. Make it a win-win for the client. So you're not gonna tell someone like, "You're triggering me, I don't wanna work with you." Instead, what you're gonna do is just tell them, you know, "I'm not sure we're gonna be a great fit for this because I'm actually working with this type of person." Or you can just say, you know, "I don't think I'm gonna be a great fit for this project. What I think you really need right now is this type of service provider, or you need to do this work first." And you can tell them what work you want them to go and do. Tip number 4 is that you need better boundaries. I am so concerned about how many service providers I see offering unlimited email exchange with clients. That is a huge no-no for me, and there is absolutely no reason why I would ever offer unlimited email exchange to someone who I have never worked with before, or frankly, with anyone, even if I have worked with them before. It is up to you to establish your expectations from your client from day one. Tell them when drafts are due of things, when you need their materials, when you need them to book a session, when you need them to take action, and give them consequences for not doing that. I need this by this date, otherwise you forfeit your spot for no refund. Frankly, that was my policy for a long time, and I had no problems getting my clients to send over their stuff. Finally, tip or step number 5 is that if somebody does slip through the cracks and you have a horrible experience, the best advice I can give you is refund refund and release. You do not want to spend time, and frankly, it is not worth your time to argue back and forth with someone about the rules. If somebody is stepping all over your boundaries, it's probably a lesson for you that you weren't clear enough about those boundaries and you didn't screen that client well enough in the first place. Maybe you don't have a clause in your contract that they realized and they're taking advantage of you, and that you're going to want to add something into your contract to avoid this type of situation in the future. Refund and release is really the best way to let go. Or if a refund isn't possible because you've already had some deliverables, you can just, forgive them a certain percent, but that's something you might want to consider now before you get your next craptastic client. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it will help you to avoid getting crappy clients in the future, and I will see you in the next video.